Guys, there have been three big stories surrounding Christopher Nolan's Tenet, so let's break it down and talk about what it means for the movie and if it releases in August. Boy. What's going on, you guys? James here with some real news, and yes, we're talking all about Christopher Nolan's Tenet. There have been three big stories that broke over the last 48 hours. Not all of them have been very positive for the film. There is one that made me a little happy, and then there's another that makes me think, this movie's not releasing in August, is it? Now, before we get into that, guys, if it's your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where I talk all about movies, TV, and I review them, I react to them. So if you like hearing everything just like this, go ahead and hit the big red button below and subscribe to the channel. Now, don't forget to go ahead and tap on that bell as well, because y'all, we have a busy couple of weeks. Got Umbrella Academy Season 2, that review's dropping July 27th. I just put out a video ranking all of the Christopher Nolan movies ahead of Tenet, and yeah, I'm dropping some reviews next week. Hopefully we can get some cool movies, and kind of like The Kissing Booth Part 2. I hear it's a very good romantic comedy. I'm on that rom-com kick. I just watched Palm Springs. It's so good. Okay, but hey, this is all about Tenet and whether or not all of this news means it'll release August 12th. Man, I'm not too confident, guys, but we'll talk about that in 2 seconds. Let's start with the first story, which is coming your way via Collider, and it's all about Tenet's runtime. So I'm not gonna lie, I expected a long movie, but wow, for it to be 2.5 hours reportedly is great. I'm here for it, guys. Let's take a little peek at the article here, and it says, as revealed by a Korean ratings board via The Independent, the film reportedly runs 149 minutes and 59 seconds, or almost exactly 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's gonna feel like a cool 2.5 hours, isn't it, guys? I have a feeling this movie's gonna unpack a ton. It's gonna spend time with characters, hopefully, and I just want something different, right? I want to play with my mind. I loved Inception for that reason alone, is that I left the theater with more theories than I had going into it. So it is going to be an exciting time. I really hope it does stick to that 2.5 hour runtime and nothing less, and maybe nothing more. I don't know if I want almost 3 hours of a Christopher Nolan movie. Don't get me wrong, I'd watch it. But this seems like a movie that lends itself to the 2.5 hour runtime, just based on the trailers alone. Now, am I going to go off that report? Sort of, because The Independent always has a weird reputation for not getting the most reputable sources for their stories. But listen, 2.5 hours, I'm with it. And hey, his longest movie is Interstellar at 2 hours and 49 minutes, and if it's anything like that, I am sold on that film, guys. Listen, I love Interstellar. A lot of people don't. I disagree. And whatever, we're not going to get into that. That's an argument for another time. Alright, so let's get into the second headline, which comes your way via IndieWire. Tenet's cost to break even would reportedly be $800 million worldwide. That doesn't seem like a lot for a Christopher Nolan movie, because, he's an amazing director. However, I can see this going south really quickly if they still try to stick that August 12th release date. Robert Pattinson, John David Washington can bring people to the box office. And Twilight is known all around the world, right? However, I don't necessarily think that this movie even gets close to that number if it's released this year. I know I used to be on the bandwagon that said November, December, movies were coming back, we're getting in the theater and we're going to be watching films, press screenings are going to resume then. I don't necessarily think that's the case anymore, especially because the US is not dealing with COVID-19 in a very logical way. They're trying to reopen schools, and hey, I guess that's a discussion for another time, but I just don't see the trend going down. In this country, I see it going up. So if cases are rising so much and so fast, I don't think movie theaters are opening up comfortably, and yeah, just like I struggle with that word, I struggle to see Tenet coming out August 12th, especially if it has to break even. At $800 million is no small feat, and this is also a movie that's not going to appeal to a mainstream audience right away. I do think word of mouth will get people in theaters. However, it's not going to, entice a moviegoer that has no real interest in sci-fi and Christopher Nolan during a pandemic. You know what I mean? So I think that they're going to have to push this back if that's the case. But let's get into the third headline, which comes your way via Deadline, and they're saying, well, I shouldn't say they're saying, they're reporting that a veteran exhibition analyst says Tenet is unlikely to release in August. And I quote, Tenet, the movie expected to kick off Hollywood's long-deferred summer, has a low likelihood of being released in August, according to a veteran exhibition analyst. Guys, We just talked about it. I genuinely think that Tenet is going to have to sit on the sidelines for 2021. So is Mulan, 007, Wonder Woman, Black Widow. They're all going to just push them all back, honestly. 2021 is going to be a great year for film, clearly, if not only for the sheer amount of volume that we're going to get in a movie theater, but I don't think that Tenet is going to see the light of day this year. I mean, anyone could have said that to, Deadline, and sure, they reported, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I do think that Tenet is going to come out early 2021, maybe January or February, and that would probably push back some films too, unless Black Widow and Wonder Woman just don't want to budge early next year if they get pushed back as well. And then you have Christopher Nolan pushing back Tenet, or I should say Warner Brothers pushing back Tenet until February or even March. I mean, guys, this is just unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this. Box offices everywhere are going to be in shambles. I mean, you have The Empire Strikes Back leading at #1 domestically. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. But I don't see Tenet coming out this year. And if anything, all three of those articles sort of don't really paint a pretty picture. The first one is fine because, hey, 2.5 hour runtime, I'm here for it. Then you look into the Tenet's cost to break even. Man, 800 million worldwide. You're gonna have to see this movie get released in every single theater, like every single screen. You are not gonna be able to release this movie right now in the middle of a pandemic and even get close to 100 million stateside. I don't even think you get close to 50 million here domestically, and that's not going to get you anywhere close to the 800 million worldwide to break even for this film. So it'll be interesting, guys. I don't necessarily know how the heck this movie is going to release in August if they try to do it. And I mean, hey, you still have to, get the press in there and get word of mouth and buzz. So they're not going to send screeners to us. I know they're not. I mean, it would be great if they could, but Christopher Nolan wants this movie in theaters, which means critics are going to have to go see this in a theater. So I'm hoping that we can return safely to press screenings. I know we will, but it won't happen right now. Not even in a month. I mean, if anything, things are getting worse. I just really hope that Warner Brothers sees this, talks to Christopher Nolan and says, listen, my dude, we're going to have to push your film back to 2021. There's nothing wrong with that, because if that happens, domino effect, Wonder Woman, 007, Black Widow, every single thing gets pushed to 2021 and beyond. And that's only because Tenet is honestly leading the herd. So if they say, hey, we're pushing back to 2021, we're not getting any new movie in 2020, guys. Pains me to say this, but I genuinely don't think we're gonna get into a theater by December. Alrighty guys, well there you have it. That's a quick little rundown of some articles surrounding Tenet and why that doesn't bode too well for Tenet releasing August 12th. But I want to know what you guys think. Go ahead and comment down below, get loud and sound off. Is Tenet releasing this year? Or is it going to be pushed back to 2021? Don't forget to like this video as well. It helps support not only the channel, but gets this video in front of people who want to know about Tenet as well. Also, guys, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel below. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any reviews or any news pieces just like this in the future. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I'm going to go cry in my pillow. Am I joking? I don't know. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening.